Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Nope, I still have not done the hair. Teresa here with, and the critters, of course, on this very cold day. I don't know what the temperature is currently, but it is January 20th, 2022. It is Thursday. I keep thinking it's weekend. I don't know why. We are getting rain, and then it's supposed to be later rain mixed with some snow, and then they predict tomorrow it's supposed to snow. But it's not an inch, but it's a whole inch. Wow, I mean that's big for here. So, and you have to go into town tomorrow. Well, I am. Okay, it's not a Wyoming blizzard, and we don't have the accumulation of the ice and everything like, so it'll be fine. But we have to go into town and get some scripts, and that's really it. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm feeling much better today. I've passed it on because I like to share everything. I've passed it on to the Brad. So now the Brad has it. And he said he wanted us to do more things together, and then he just, I don't know. So anyway, I do wish this wasn't so fuzzy, guys. I do. Let me clean it. Does it help? Help a little. But anyway, just kind of hanging out. Plan on doing some more loom knitting probably. Just not really a whole lot going on. Finished another hat last night. I forgot to bring the hats with me. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll put a note to self. Self, bring hats. Infection in the legs is much better. I did an old trick that I had read about a very long time ago. Was that you could dump the antibiotic right into your wound, and it works. And I did. Now, for those of you that have a squeamish stomach, then you probably want to not hear this next little bit. Okay? So maybe you want to mute it, and then, so when I do this, it'll be, I'm going to start, and then when you see me do this again, it means I've ended with this lovely description. So here in a minute, I'm going to do that. So if you don't want to hear it, mute me, okay? So, okay, for those of you that are still with me, so my wound on my right leg, one particular spot, is about that deep in, which is very alarming. And that's where the infection is. So yesterday evening, I was very alarmed because the discharge of pus had gotten a lot thicker and a lot more yellow. And I'm like, oh man, I'm in trouble. And I'm taking the max amount of amoxicillin that I can. So, I cleaned it out. I did a little mini surgery on myself. I know, guys, but I will give you reasons why I don't want to go to the hospital right now. So I basically got rid of the tissue that was infected, cleaned it all out. Yes, it hurt like a mother. And then I dried it all out, and then I packed it with, I opened up a capsule of 250 milligram amoxicillin, and I packed that, half of it, into that wound directly. And then used the part of that on another open wound on that leg. And I mean, and while I was doing my little surgery on myself, I was using a lot of peroxide and stuff. But this morning, there is no more pus. The wound looks really good. It looks fabulous. It's not red. It's not swollen like it was. So maybe I've turned the corner. The other leg looks really good too. I had done a little mini surgery on that one too. Because once you have something scabbed over, but then it's starting to pus, you have to, for me, I have to remove the scab, clean that all out, sanitize it with a lot of peroxide and stuff, and then pat it dry and let it form a new scab that is not an infected tissue. Because, guys, I don't want to lose my leg. I don't want to go up to the hospital. The reason is, last time I went, they didn't even take a sample of the pus or anything to find out exactly what to do. They basically kind of ignored it. I had one visit by a wound care nurse. She wrapped it, and promptly the infectious disease doctor walked in, unwrapped it, looked at it. He didn't even really touch it or anything, and then half-ass wrapped it back up again. Then they would leave me sitting because my legs were also weeping at that time, so they would leave me sitting in very wet bandages, which further aggravated the infection side. And now you've got a warm, wet bandaging, which is a big no-no. I ended up taking it off because it hurt so bad, and I waited a couple hours. They're very short-staffed. I know that is the least of their concern, really. But why am I in the hospital then? So I ended up having to do my own wound care there. I mean, they left all the bandages and stuff, and I was taking care of it myself in the hospital. Well, I can take care of it. I know the warning signs. I can take care of it as much as I can here at home and not pay so much money. So, I mean, they were so short-staffed. They loved me because I basically did everything. I mean, I knew how the pumps work. I knew when to shut off because my IV antibiotic was done and beeping. And then they'd walk in and I'd tell them what time it ended and stuff so they could put it in the charts. I mean, I did everything except for my own vitals because they were that short-staffed. And I can understand that, and I understand that now the problem is even worse. I don't want to be exposed to COVID. I don't want to be exposed to COVID and let my husband get it because, he's getting ready to have surgery. So, if it's not looking better by next week, I'm going to go in to my primary care doctor and get some help because I have got to have all these wounds cleared up and closed before he has surgery, so there's not that risk. So, all right. Now that we're done with that wonderful little description, just kind of hanging out. I pulled some new yarn. I went shopping this morning in my yarn bin, which is always fun because you forget different colors, variegated colors and stuff of yarn that you have. And I was pulling yarn, and then I told Brad, I said, well, I went shopping, and he laughed because, that's how you look at it, is you're going shopping. So did that, and, and I have a great big box of yarn in that bedroom, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I forgot to look in there, but I have enough pulled for my whole bag right now. We're just kind of hanging out because, like I said, Brad's not feeling real well. And so we're taking care of that. We got in a little bit of stuff I was going to show you. This is just, I ordered this. Well, I'll show it to you in a minute. I ordered this. This is to go with my, wreaths that I make. And I may later on make some to sell. But for now, I'm just, still kind of playing with them. But this is real nice because, like, this one has got, let me do one that, we'll do this one. So these are all different things of ribbon. And it was a really good price on Amazon. And see, it's all different colors. And that's nice. So you have your green, and then I think this is a light lavender. So you have the green, and you have this light lavender, and then you have, come in. Now you're not wanting to behave. Okay, there's a couple more. Okay, and then you've got this blue. Then you have this kind of bright pink, and then this may show up blue. This is purple. So 5 of those, and it says it's nicely long length. So that'll work. So I got those, and so there was let's count. There was a multi-pack of, let's see. So there's 4. So I have this one, 2, and this one's got all different kinds. This one as well. And then the one I just showed you. So that'll keep me in ribbon for a lot of wreaths, and it was just much cheaper to buy it that way. I normally buy wired, and I don't really have to have wired, so I didn't this time because it was more economical to buy them this way. Right, Charlie? Right, little man? How you doing, buddy? And she's right there. You see the top of her head right there. She's like my little monkey girl. She's always there. Right, Charlie? I know, you're a good boy. And then I was very excited about this. This is iridescent organza ribbon. So, and I was very excited about this. I have to wait. I had to order some more tulle, and I went and got ahead and ordered some styrofoam wreath forms. Because we weren't going to Dollar Tree. After all, I probably really don't need to go now. I need to get some cleaning stuff, but it's not dire. I always keep extra cleaning stuff around. I always have. I think I started doing that more when I started cleaning apartments. Remember, I used to have a whole bucket with just for the apartments, and then when I had to replace something, of course, he got charged for it, and he knew that, but that way it was always ready to go. But anyway, I'll show you these two. This is very cool. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Leanne is drooling right now, I can tell. Leanne, don't drool on yourself. But yeah, isn't that cool? So, and there's a lot of ribbon here, so that's very cool. If you could use some of that other ribbon, which is going to be a little shorter, and then you can use some of this and make some longer tails. And then it will shimmer in the sun and stuff and look really great. So, so there was that one, and then there was this one in the package too. Isn't that pretty? So, yeah, I think this is a really nice one for spring. I think that's really, really nice. Either one of them. So, a lot of ribbon in those two packages. That was from Amazon also. Because, you know, one of the things I hate when I order, if I order from Walmart.com, is now that they have other sellers, you assume you're ordering from Walmart. No, you're ordering from another seller, and they can take forever. And I've had quite a few items just never show up. And they say they've shipped it, and then I'll get a refund from them. But, you know, you get tired of that. Like, no, I think I'm buying from you. I didn't know I was buying from a third party. So, then I was not happy about this purchase at all, though. It is my fault, though. It was $5 for this little bag of pancake and waffle mix. That's what it says, hon. Okay. It's not just pancake, it's pancake and waffle mix. Oh, yeah, and here it says if you prefer to do the waffles, make 5 to 6 4-inch waffle blend, a fourth a cup mix. Wait, old ice. 3/4 a cup of mix, 2/3 a cup of water, 1.5 teaspoons of oil. That's basically what you were saying earlier. Yeah. So, we'll see. I'm not real happy. Oh, yeah, it says it makes about a fourth a cup of mix makes about 2 4-inch pancakes. So, this was not a great deal. I would just go back to make them scratch on that anyway. So, and then the last thing is, and we gotten in the other box of just the plain Cheerios Oat Crunch, which is excellent, by the way. And then we had gotten the cinnamon one. What we like about this is this has got some oats in with it. It's kind of almost like little bits of granola meets a Cheerio. And it's the multigrain one, which I love. And you can put it on top of your yogurt as well. It is a little bit cheaper overall than buying the yogurt or the granola crumble. So, you know, that's part of the reason I got it. It was a dual purpose. Once in a while, sometimes for dinner, if we don't really want anything else, we'll have a bowl of cereal. And then maybe have some yogurt so we get some protein or something. But, you know, we try hard to stick with it. We don't buy any of the real sugary cereal like we used to. We do have 2 boxes of the chocolate Cheerios coming because that's like heaven on earth. It's like an Oreo. They taste like Oreos. And then, you know, you put the milk, which is like the center, And if that really helps with a chocolate craving, you know, or you can eat it dry, you just have to measure it out so you don't do too much. But, you know, yeah.
Yeah. You know, one thing too is you could put some of that shredded coconut on the chocolate.
Yeah.
It'd be like a Mounds candy bar.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking that you could warm up some peanut butter and then kind of stir the, uh, you know, yeah. So, I mean, there's different ways of making that happen. So, my blood sugar has been really great. Like today it was 104. Oh, I forgot to grab your insulin.
That's okay.
You'll have to go grab it.
I can do that.
But yeah, and that was even because we ate ice cream at 7 this morning, 7:30. I was not feeling good last night. When we say late last night, we mean like early this morning because, you know, we've got some wackadoodle schedules. But so Brad came into my room to talk to me because I was in a lot of pain with the legs and a little freaked out. Like having done my little surgery and everything. Um, so he was talking to me, and I had taken, you know, some more medication, and then, you know, we had ice cream with sugar-free caramel syrup on it. We do that every so often. You know how you might get up late at night and have a bowl of ice cream? Well, that is our late at night, and then we'll go back to sleep. So Brad was waiting till it was daylight anyway, so he could take the garbage can down to the curb. So he just got dressed and went and did that, and then we went back to bed. So, and like I said, then I woke up and I feel much better. My leg doesn't hurt like it did yesterday. So I don't know. It might not work for everybody, and I'm not a medical professional, so don't take to heart anything I say that works for me. I just know how my body reacts to certain things. That's it's like they say if you have a really bad toothache that you should crush up an aspirin or Tylenol or an Aleve and put it directly where it hurts. If like you have maybe a broken tooth or whatever, and it does work. It tastes horrible. It stings at first, but it does work. You know, so that's all we can do, right? That's all we can do. But yeah, so it's just kind of relaxing. Like I said, I have more tulle coming because I didn't have enough in the springtime colors. Trying slowly build up my tulle stash. You know, and then like I said, my different wreaths and stuff that I make. I always have loved making wreaths. I've done a lot of floral work. I've even done some weddings and stuff way in the past, you know, making the bouquets and the boutonnieres and all that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. For your sister's wedding. Remember?
Yep.
Well, in our wedding too.
Our
That's the
wedding
first
too.
time I did them was our wedding.
And you did
Because it was so much cheaper.
remember you did the cake topper too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
You use that brandy snifter.
Oh yeah, I
Down.
forgot about that. Wow.
Well, you can tell I did too.
Yeah, I use a brandy sister to in the upside down, and yeah, I forgot about that because a good friend of ours, she's passed away since then, but Jennifer did our wedding cake, did a beautiful job.
Oh,
And that was her wedding gift to us, and then I did the top, but yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and I know for a long time your mom still had the florals. I taken some of these wooden paper plate holders, and I had put flowers inside, you know, and made a different kind of a look and stuff. And she always kept them, had them on her wall, and I always loved doing that kind of stuff. You know, like I said, I'm always thinking of things to create, make, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, we're just kind of hunkering down here in the house. It's good to hear. I did answer some comments. And I'm sorry I'm not better at that, and I'm going to get better at it. And please forgive me because it is very rude for me not to answer your comments or at least like them or put a heart. So if you see that there's a heart by your comment or like, you know, I've read it. But I am going to get better. I'm going to set a little bit of time aside to sit and answer those. I only went back 5 videos, and that's all I'm gonna go back. But from now on, each video I make, I'm gonna be watching the comments and stuff so that I can answer and stuff. Because I do really enjoy it. Because I know one of you was telling me about that you guys are pretty much the same way as we are. That you run errands and that's about it. And you know, it's nice to know that we're not the only ones that, you, because everybody is so isolated now, you start to think that you're the only one that is a massive weirdo that I just want to run errands and go home. Because I want to get out of the house, and I complain to Brad that I want to get out of the house. Then the minute we get out of the house, I can't wait to get home. And he's the same way. Right, Jellybean? What are you doing, sweetie? What? Okay, come here. She's like, I need my mom. I need to see my mom. What are you doing, baby? Are you comfortable now? Huh? This girl is so incredible. I love her so much. So, and she is, speaking of her, she is definitely my emotional support dog. Even when I don't feel well, she's laying right there by me on the bed. And so I can pet her and love on her, and it makes me feel better. And she knows when I'm sick and stuff. I mean, all my dogs do, but since she's smaller and stuff, she's always just right there. This morning, Charlie's moving me around on the bed. Nixie is just being sillier than anything, too. They all had to have their love up time. She's on me, riding the waves on my chest again. But she's leaned up against my face. I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Her not care. Her not care. No. Her not care, do you? Do you not care, huh? Little sweetie pie? Yes, I know. Love you. Love me some jelly. Right? Jelly loves peanut butter. Her does. So, yeah. I know I talk too much about my pets, but I just love my animals. They each have such wonderful personalities and stuff. I mean, Nixie is like a mother hen to all the dogs and cats and humans. I mean, she is there always wanting to love you up and nurturing and stuff. And Charlie is Charlie is Charlie. I mean, he will move you all over the bed, loving you up, doing his porpoising thing. He will sit there and I call it garfing. He will sit there and kind of half bark growl and look at you and like he's talking to you. And I'm like, really? And I'll keep him going in front of him like, wait, enough. But he likes to talk. Nixie's gotten more vocal since we have Jelly. Jelly's a talker, aren't you? Aren't you a talker? Like, no, I'm going to be quiet every time you are on this because I can't let these people know. But you wanted everybody to see you just now, didn't you? Huh? You were liking the attention. I know, 'cause I love you so much. You're a pretty girl. I know. Are you a pretty girl? Mhm. But yeah, I if I could, and I do, I spend a lot of time messing with my animals, don't I? And I don't even realize it.
Right. Last night when we were sitting on the bed
Mhm.
and Jelly was up right next to me,
Mhm.
Nixie hopped up on the bed
Mhm.
and Jelly started going after her.
Oh, really?
And then realizing what a huge mistake
That's
that
a
would have
bad
been.
thing, right, Jelly? 'Cause Nixie is basically the alpha, right? So we don't want to do that. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, but yeah, I spent a lot of time always messing with. But were you amazed last night or early this morning when I was cutting the top of her hair? How she just
Yep.
let me do it? Yeah,
She's just very casual about it.
yeah, because she was getting a little too long right here, so you couldn't really see her eyes. So I trimmed her up a little bit more, and she just will sit there and let you do it. She's used to it anymore. Aren't you pretty girl? Are you gonna get down now? No. Can we get down now? No? Come on. Come on, there you go, girlfriend. Oh my god. Here, like your little leg hung up on my dress. So that's what we got going on. I'm excited about my ribbon, you guys. This stuff needs to be pet. I have been known to pet stuff. I've gone to Walmart petting yarn that I was gonna buy, but it's just so pretty, and you just want to look at the colors. I love just looking at different colors. It's something so wonderful and soothing about looking at just whether it's paints, crayons, uh, colored pencils, ribbon, yarn. It's just the different colors are just like this one here particularly. Just the different colors and stuff. It's just we're so lucky we live in a world with so many colors, guys. It's just wonderful and textures and it's amazing how you can put one color against another color and it will totally change your artwork. It'll totally take on a new meaning with that painting just because you chose that one color to go against another color. Whether or not it was on the color wheel that it should go this way, it's all up to you. But it it's how your mind perceives it. So that's exciting.
Well, how many times did Richard say that you did stuff that nobody else has done?
Yeah, because I will mix medium, and I'll mix mediums that shouldn't be able to be mixed, like even oil and acrylic, and whether you're using oil pastels and then I want to go in with the graphite stuff. You can. I mean, it's gonna take a different effect, but that's what you might want to do. If you have oil pastel on your paper and you've got a good amount of it on there, so you have a real deep color, but then you want to make some ridges in it, it's an easy thing to do with your graphite pencil because your oil pastel is never going to it's never going to mix with your graphite. But so it'll make those ridges. So say you want to make it look like a rock or bark or something, and it's a really cool look. So you can it's a lot of fun. I like doing mixed media. Almost all of my pieces are always mixed media. You'll find some pencil in there, you'll find some marker in there, you'll find some watercolor in there maybe. You'll find cuz you can easily mix watercolor and acrylic. I mean, they're both, you know, water soluble. But you're going to find all kinds of stuff. Pen and ink, I've been known to throw whatever. I mean, you've got this huge cornucopia of all these different wonderful things that you can cause different effects and looks, and you might as well have fun with them. If you're not having fun doing your artwork, then don't do it. I got to remind myself of that. Just slop the paint. Just throw the paint on a canvas. It doesn't have to be great. Because once you get in the zone, then you'll really start coming out. And I need to get back in the zone. I was painting for a while every day, remember, and I was really getting a lot looser and freer, and that's what I need to do again. Because right now I'm very tight. But it's hard we haven't been getting out of the house very much, so I need visually to embrace stuff. So if you guys have any extra pictures that you want to throw my way, my email address is below if you don't mind me working from those pictures. I love landscape pictures, especially waterfalls, any kind of water. I'm really into that. Water that's moving, lava, volcanoes, trees. I love trees. Just any kind of stuff. I love birds. So any kind of pictures you want to throw my way and say, hey, you can work from this, you can work from that would be so appreciated because that's what fuels my desire to create. And I'll use a little bit from one picture and a little bit from another picture. You'll make your own composition. So, you know, speaking of which, have you guys been following the news on Tonga and the volcano and it's erupting and the big fumes of smoke and ash and everything and it's just incredible. Today we watched some incredible film footage of it and you could see these big fumes of ash and smoke and stuff and you could actually see it moving. It was very beautiful, you know, and it's something else. I mean,
Well, I don't know if they said it on that video, but they also said that volcanic ash plume shot over 20 kilometers. So you're looking at about 10 miles up in the air. Yeah.
And can you imagine the fallout from that? Because years ago, Brad and I were still kids. Brad and I both grew up in Casper, Wyoming. I didn't know him. I knew his sister. She's the same age as me. And sister and I used to roughhouse and fight, actually. And
you still married me.
And I always won. Well, yeah, but imagine my surprise. We just started dating and stuff. And then he showed me a family picture. And I'm like, hey, I know her. Anyway, I remember I was either almost in junior high or maybe just started it, that Mount St. Helens erupted. And we got ash fallout all the way in Casper, Wyoming. I remember going outside and all on our cars, the lawn, everything. It was pretty incredible. You know? You remember that.
Yeah. Because I had that baby blue Ford pickup.
Mm.
Yeah. I know there was a huge layer of ash on that.
Had you graduated high school yet, or no? Yeah. That'd be about the right time frame.
Yep.
There is 4 years difference between Brad and I. It was a good thing. It's really nice that we grew up in the same area. We even grew up in the same area of town, the same side of town. He worked at Albertsons, which you went literally just up the hill, just a little bit, same shopping complex to my grandfather's bowling alley. So I knew a lot of the people Brad worked with because they would come in the bowling alley because we had a cafe in there and eat lunch. So little did I know he was there. I never noticed him before the first time he was flirting with me. Flirter.
Purple fingernail polish.
You were a flirter, though.
Purple fingernail polish.
He asked, said that we should go four-wheeling, and I just laughed at him. I just laughed him off because here I am. Okay, I'm in sweats. I have a stitch of makeup on, kind of like right now, and I got 2 kids with chicken pox. Well, they have just gotten to the point where they were no longer contagious, but we still had the gallons of
calamine lotion.
Yeah, on it, calamine lotion, and this was before they made the clear. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. That kind of peach sandy looking. I mean, they had it so bad they had to have some in their ears, their scalp. I mean, he wondered what the heck I'd done with these kids. I'm surprised you were asking me out.
Well, and then remember, I believe Crystal decided to play barbershop on Kim.
Yeah, but that was after we were talking.
Oh, okay.
Remember one night you and I were on the phone talking?
Okay.
And, because occasionally he would pretend like he was going to go to his apartment, spend the night. Then I'd call him up and go, where are you? I miss you. Well, I thought maybe I was being too much of a pain in the butt. And I'm like, get over here. And he did. He like, okay. Secretly he was dancing in his pants. Because he was like, yes. He was so thrilled when he moved in with us. And we were sinners, okay? We moved. My first marriage, I decided I had played by the rules and didn't move in together and anything. And look at what I got. So this time, I'm going to find out what this individual was all about before I ever married him. And so we moved in, he moved in with me, and then he bought a house even before we were married, and we moved in there. But I had a microwave, and he didn't have a microwave. He was just thrilled to death. He nuked everything. Charlie, he did. Oh, I know. Charlie, come here. Come here, young man. Charlie, what are you doing? Come here. Oh, that was hot, Charlie. Come here. What are you doing today? But, yeah, I remember he was just nuking everything in the world. Remember? Mm-hmm. So, we have a lot of good memories. We're talking about how we had a big round trampoline in our backyard. Nixie would, and she was young enough, she loved to jump on that trampoline with the kids, the grandkids. In fact, the grandkids would come in and say, Nana, can you call Nixie in? Because we just want to jump on the trampoline without her. Because, if they might have balls, or maybe my granddaughter might have, she loved those Monster High dolls. And, but the dog jumping on it was bouncing all their stuff off. And so I'd have to call her inside and stuff. But yeah, she'd take a all out run, and she'd jump on that trampoline, and then she'd go back off the other side and go race around the yard some more. Charlie never was a jumper on the trampoline. He never went up there once. Charlie is not a jumper dog. You can put something really low down that he could walk over, and chances are, unless you really invite him and encourage him, he's not going to do it. He's just now discovering he can move a lot of stuff with his nose and his head. So he'll do that with doors and stuff. If he wants in to get by his mom, that's what he's doing. But we have a lot of good memories like that. So, we got a good life, and we can't choose what, family does, as they get older and stuff. We just stay the same people we are, I've decided I've got to quit worrying about so much stuff. I worry about so much stuff all the time, like I'm personally responsible for it. And it's like, no, that's the other person. And whether or not Brad does what he's supposed to do in a day, that's his decision. Whether or not I do what I'm supposed to do in a day is mine. I got to quit feeling like I am responsible for everything that goes on in our life, but I feel that way. And it makes me very tense. And tense enough that you couldn't drag a needle out of certain places. So I need to just relax, chillax, do my loom knitting, put on a good movie, all that kind of stuff. Right?
Yep.
So we don't really have to do much today. We thought about going in. Brad was going to go in the blue room and work, but since he's not feeling well, and Saturday we're both going in and working in the blue room. Sunday will be dog care day, like it always is, which means I'm going to work on their nails again. I'm using that nail grinder that's made for dogs. Actually, we use it on our nails too. It's just so quick and easy, and that's the safest way that I'm not going to cut the quick and stuff. So I'm going to be working on that again. I got a few little girls that need like their faces trimmed up and stuff. I'm letting their fur go a little bit longer than they do in the summertime, of course, because it's cold out. Not that they're out. I mean, they're not outside very long,
And then especially Jelly, how many times does she go by the door and
Oh yeah,
she'll kind of look outside and think, nope.
and she'll get that butt swaying, and she'll get that tail up, and her tail curls, and we've left some of the longer hair. I think it's called lion something. And so she's just all, or she'll walk along and she'll rub up against furniture like my bed, like a cat would, so. She was partying this morning after I changed her butt, huh?
She was.
She gets on the bed and she just, on her back, she just every which way, and, she's cute. That's the cat. Kitty cat. I know, Angel. What? Really? I know. I was half tempted to move her cat. I thought about moving her cat food over to the kitchen table, but if we're going to want to use that to roll out stuff, I don't want her food up there.
No.
So, anyway, that's all we got going on, but I thought I'd come on here and talk to y'all. Because I do enjoy talking to you guys, and I finished my coffee now. That's very sad. It was good. It was good. I bought on Amazon again. They have, and it's from Hawaii, this coffee, and it comes in all different flavors. Ground. I like flavored coffee once in a while. So did Brad. And this was coconut caramel crunch, and it was good. So,
yes, it was.
You can get it off of Amazon. It's not very expensive. That's why I bought it too. It was a good price. So you got to really watch those pennies.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get off here, and I'm probably gonna head back in the bedroom and watch some stuff. Are you gonna come back there, or are you gonna watch out here? Okay. Maybe turn on your vibrator and stuff. That sounded bad. The vibrator pad and massager. Heated massager on his chair for his back. I just want to clarify that, okay? Anyway, I love you guys. And I will be back tomorrow, but I hope you have a great day. Don't stress out about stuff. I'm not going to stress out about stuff. You don't get to stress out about stuff. Kathy, that was wonderful news about your test results and stuff. I think that is so wonderful. Way to go. And, and thank you. That means a lot to me. It does mean a lot to me. More than you know. And Carol, of course, she's always my bestie and stuff too, and Leanne, and I have a lot of besties. I just call you all my besties. My bestie girls.
A lot of nice people.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we all went on a road trip? Lord.
Or a cruise.
We should all go on a cruise. Kathy and Ann and Leanne. I mean, because they have cruises for those of us that have medical issues. So let's get COVID over with or tamed down enough, and then we should all go on a cruise. Wouldn't that be something? That would be something. I'm still hoping that this spring and stuff I can go visit Carol, and I'll bring the jelly, and she's gonna bring the marshmallow. Those are our dogs, and they can. I know they'll get along great, right? Do you think you want to meet a marshmallow, Jellybean? We watched The Crystal Collector real quick. We watched this guy named Crystal Collector, and he goes all over the United States, and he does these rock digs, and he finds different gems and crystals. And he has a dog named Matrix. And he's a little, almost, it's not a Shih Tzu exactly.
No, it looks like a poodle mix.
Like a poodle mix. He's the cutest little guy. He's bouncing all over the digs and stuff, and I always tell Jellybean that's her boyfriend. There's your boyfriend again. But yeah, if you ever look for something like that, if you like watching, beautiful gems and stuff coming out of the earth all over the United States, go watch him. Name is The Crystal Collector. He also has a Facebook page, probably Instagram too. But it's really cool. We really enjoy watching him. I'm into the true crime. If you like a podcast and you want one that doesn't have like a ton of commercials and stuff, I've been listening to Dateline, NBC podcast of all the old cases. I love that. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, do something even if it's wrong. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And I plan on in the next few days doing something with the hair. Look at all that. Yes, the hair. Because I can only let the stripe go for so long. So anyway, talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.